This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 2. Though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 2, is that I came across this article today where it's being reported how recently Tucker Carlson, all right, he recently interviewed the former Bush housing official, former Bush senior housing official, Catherine Austin Fitts, all right? And this woman is very credible, all right? Not only was she a government official working with the Bush senior administration, she also was on the board of directors for Fannie Mae, okay? She's saying, openly that the government has spent $21 trillion building an underground doomsday base. Now, this is something we hear the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, mainly at Great Millstone, starting with the apostle elders and beloved brothers on down. We've been saying this, all right, that the super rich and powerful have been building bunkers underground, all right, to escape, all right, the destruction, okay? And that's to their own deception, all right? Because anyone building a bunker here in Babylon, the Great America, all right, is not going to make it. They're going to be destroyed, all right? The scriptures say that the land will not be inhabited. In fact, I got it right here. Perfect time to bring it out. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 13. Because of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, you see, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at her plagues. Right, okay? This place is going to be utterly desolate, wholly desolate. It will not be inhabited, all right, because of the nuclear destruction. 14, and here it is. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Right, this is talking about, all right, these nations that have nuclear capabilities. For example, the number one nation that's going to lead the nuclear assault on America is Russia, all right, which are the modern day Medes, okay? They're going to be the ones to annihilate, to spearhead the, okay, along with these other nations that are going to follow to annihilate Babylon the Great America, okay, to utterly destroy this place. Shoot at her, spare no arrows. Right, all their nuclear missiles that they built are all going to be used, because it says spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord Yahweh. Right, and America, all right, has sinned against the Lord. That's why it says in Revelation chapter 18, her sins have reached the heavens, okay? Yep, I just want to bring this out too. In Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 31, behold, I'm against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord God of hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. Right, and see, I wanted to bring this out as well because America, these rich and powerful elites dwelling here in America, all right, are proud. They think that they can build these bunkers and escape the Lord's judgment. And that's why I brought out Amos chapter 9, verse 2, Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. Right. So, they're digging into, all right, into the underground, because that's the hell. What does hell mean? All right, hell means either grave or pit. So they're digging into the pit. They're digging, all right, underground, thinking they can escape the Lord's wrath. But the Lord, all right, sees all. All right, scriptures. Let me bring this out real quickly. Proverbs 15 verse 3. The eyes of the Lord Yahweh are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Right. So there's no escaping. All right. You think you could, dig on the ground and, have these cities on the ground, which she's going to go into, which I have the interview right here with Tucker Carlson. All right. You think you could go underground and do your witchcraft and then be able to escape the Lord's wrath? No. All right. The Lord sees everything. He sees where you be at. All right. He's the one that gave you eyes. All right. That gave you ears. All right. The scriptures talk about that. Hold on. Let me God says gave you eyes. Psalms. There we go. Let me see if I can find it. Bear with me one moment. Gave you eyes, and does he not see? Yeah, this is it. Psalm chapter 94 verse 9. This is a powerful one right here. Psalm chapter 94 verse 9. Psalm chapter 94 verse 8. Understand ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? Right. Because these people are fools, man. They think they can run away and hide on the ground and, build these lavish cities on the ground thinking they can escape the wrath of the Lord. It's madness, man. They're fools. Think again, you fools. When will you finally catch on? Right. They're fools. 9. He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? Right. All your little secret society meetings, the Lord's there listening. You fucking idiots. He that formed the eye, shall he not see? Right. All the wicked shit that you've been doing, that you've seen the Lord seen. Okay. 10. He that chastises the heathen, shall not he correct? He that teaches man knowledge, shall not he know? Exactly. NLT version. He punishes the nations. Won't he also punish you? He knows everything. Doesn't he also know what you are doing? Exactly. That's why to our people, you need to repent. All right? Because he sees everything, man. The Lord sees everything. 11. The Lord Yahweh knoweth the thoughts of man, that they are vanity. Right? And this is vanity. All right? But this goes to show you they're fulfilling prophecy. Okay? They have to build. They're building these bunkers, man. Okay? And again, this former housing official, this woman, Catherine Austin Fitz, man, she's even bringing it out, okay? And she's an insider, It says right here, she worked under President George H.W. Bush as, and right here it says, has made an astonishing claim that the U.S. government spent years funneling money, right, taking your tax dollars. The reason why this country is in so much debt is because they're taking your dollars and building bunkers, all right? But here it is, these idiots vote. These idiots, the MAGA idiots, were trusting in Trump. But Trump's, okay, what's it called? Been given a script, and he's been told by the elites, all right, to deceive, all right, his constituents, all right, because Trump got a spot in one of these underground bunkers, okay. And if he if he got a spot in one of these American underground bunkers, he's through too, okay. But yeah, this is where your tax dollars are going, all right. So So all you clowns voting and trusting in America, you're idiots, man. This is why we have zero tolerance for stupid questions, man. Because this is public knowledge now. Okay, I know I have zero tolerance for dumbass questions. Um, so it goes on and says, claim that the U.S. government spent years funneling money into the creation of a secret underground city, right? City, which where the rich and powerful can shelter in event of a near extinction event. Catherine Austin Fitts, who served as the Assistant Secretary of Housing and Urban Development for housing between 1989 and 1990, made the shocking allegations during an appearance on former Fox News host Tucker Carlson's podcast, although there was no concrete evidence to support her claim, which is bullshit. Okay? It's bullshit. There's been plenty of articles that are saying come on, let's go to the most fucking mainstream, okay, CIA news media. CNN, 1% bunkers. Look at this. Billionaire bunkers, how the 1% are preparing for the apocalypse. August 7th, 2019. So that was bullshit even state. But again, this is the devil. They got to deceive their viewers, those that go to these websites, they got to deceive them. All right, but this is mainstream CNN saying this shit. Okay, so that was bullshit. Oh, by the way, let's talk. Not only is Catherine Austin Fitts, the former housing official that worked on their Bush. All right, she's also was on the board of directors for Fannie Mae. She's also worked with the banks. Okay, and she was open about what the U.S. Navy and Ripple Labs, a crypto company that's now gone mainstream. Okay, it was being sued, quote unquote, for many years, and now the lawsuit's gone. They paid a little fine, and now they're working, all right, hand and fist with the government and the banks. Okay, which they were doing. They've been doing it, but now it's being revealed. All right, she was saying that the U.S. Navy, all right, hired a microchip company, okay, in Denmark, all right, to have the RFID chip, the micro chip, all right, be able to work on the Ripple Labs XRP network, okay, and let's play it. So again, this all right, everything we've been saying, all right, hey, we've been telling the truth, okay. Even these insiders are saying what we've been saying. Let's play it.
What's going on in Denmark? They had one of the tech firms in Denmark was being paid by the U.S. Navy to come up with a chip that could be implanted in the human body that would integrate with Ripple. Yeah. So Ripple is a crypto, and it's one that's gotten a lot of promotion from the American establishment, in my experience, just my impression. So why is the U.S. Navy paying?
There you go. So why is the U.S. Navy paying a chipping company, okay, the CHIP company, okay, to put a device in somebody's body, all right, so that it can work on the Ripple XRP network? Okay, because this is where it's all going. All right, that's why I've been saying for many years to watch this company, Ripple Labs. All right, I wasn't just saying it because it's a good investment. I was saying to watch it because this is where it's all going. Okay, this company is behind the scenes doing a lot of stuff. All right, around regarding that microchip. Okay, and they're working with the military. Can't get him, So, let's play this interview. So, let's get another scripture, because again, not only are they working on the chip, and that's what we're waiting on, okay? Because it's going to be made mandatory. They have also built these underground bunkers, Okay? So they can escape the coming destruction. Because the devil knows he has a short time. All right? Revelation chapter 6, verse 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. Right? It's talking about the nuclear destruction that they're building bunkers to hide from. Okay, which the Lord done said he's going. Though you dig into hell, I'm going to grab you. Okay. 13. And the stars of heaven fell onto the earth. Right? It's talking about the nuclear missiles. All right, because John the Revelator described them as stars falling from heaven, and I mean, come on. All you got to do is Google nuclear tests when they get launched into the sky, into space, or into the heavens. They look like stars. Okay. Fell onto the earth, even as the fig tree casts her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Right. The whole earth is going to reel to and fro like a drunkard. Okay, as it says in Isaiah chapter 24. Okay? Hey, everyone's going to feel this. That's why buildings are going to collapse on people in various countries, man. Okay? But the nukes, the bulk of the nukes are coming to America, Babylon the Great. 15. Here's the point. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every freeman, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Okay? Ooh, hold up. A deep underground military base, all right, is a subterranean military facility designed to withstand extreme conditions, including potential nuclear attacks, and to serve as a secure command center or support facility. These bases are often built deep within mountains or beneath our other natural geological formations to provide protection. Examples include Cheyenne Mountain Complex in Colorado. Right, I actually been here, okay, because I was stationed in Fort Carlson, Colorado, okay, and Fort Carlson, Colorado is right near Cheyenne Mountain Complex. I actually been there. I've seen it. This thing is secured, all right. They got snipers on the mountains, all right. This thing is a fortress. You can't just walk up in there, okay. I remember I got lost coming back from some female's house, all right, when I was in the military, and I got lost, and I ended up going up the road to get here, and man, there was like 2 cop cars, there was a military police. They just came and swarmed. They're like, "Where are you going?" I was in my military fatigue, and I was like, "I'm trying to go to base." They're like, "You went the wrong way. Follow us." And they escort me. Tawadi Bashim Al Shai. That's all that happened. I was like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to get on military Fort Carson." Because I was drinking, and I just got done with this chick. I don't remember her fucking name, but anyway, long story short, I've been here. I know exactly where this is at. Raven Rock Mountain Complex. I'm not. It's in Pennsylvania. All right, so there you go. I'm not familiar with that. And the Mountain Weather Mercy Operating Center in Virginia, right? Which makes sense because Virginia is where most of the intelligence headquarters are at. All right, which the Russians will hit that place first, but that makes sense. So yeah, there you go. All right. So the John the Revelator, he saw, all right, these people, all right, the rich, the military, the kings of the earth, okay. Hell, he even saw bondmen, all right, and free men. They were hiding in the rocks, of the mountains. Okay, they were digging, okay, and they went in there. 16. And said to the mountains and rocks, "Fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb." Right, because the Lord's coming back. Not only the nukes coming, all right, the Lord's coming himself. 17. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Right. So now let's play this. Okay, this is the interview, and this is for fair use. Okay. All right, so let's play it.
Number of underground bases and supposedly transportation systems. Some of these are a record of, some of these are documented as part of the national security infrastructure. I think there are many more. So
in the United States?
In the United States, and all over the world. But in from 2021 to 2023, I took one of the smartest subscribers in the Slayer Report network, and he and I spent 2 years collecting all the data and all the allegations on underground bases, and then we systematically went through and tried to estimate our guess. This is totally a guess of how many underground bases, both underground in the United States, but also underground under the ocean around the United States.
Ooh, gotta bring back Amos, right? Right here. Amos chapter 9, verse 3. And though they hid themselves in the top of Carmel, again, these mountains, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, in the oceans, hey, the scriptures are on point, okay? The Lord Ben said they were going to do this, okay? And idiots are still going out voting. Idiots are still in plantation Christianity. Plantation Christianity ain't teaching this, okay? Thence will I command the serpent, it's talking about Leviathan, and he shall bite them, right? Because Leviathan's going to do some damage to them, all right, in these underground bunkers under the sea. Under the sea, getting their ass spanked. Under the sea. Little mermaid motherfuckers, man, get you know? Wait, isn't there I'm just mocking, all right? Motherfucker, there's no such thing as little mermaids, but I think there's I don't know what a bugged out Hebrew Israelite group. I think is what is it? ICJ. I forgot the acronym, but they call them bubble eyes. Okay, but he talking about mermaids. Nah, okay, ain't no mermaids. What's really happening is that the elites have been building bunkers under the sea, and the Lord's gonna send Leviathan to get their ass. For though they go into captivity for the enemies, then will I command the sword, and shall slay them, and I will set my eyes upon them for evil and not for good. Right. Okay, so there you go. Alright, so let's keep playing.
And our estimate was 170 with the transportation network connecting them.
And what would be the purpose?
The purpose, if you thought you were going to get a near extinction event, so there, to me, there are two purposes. You have so many activities going on that you need to keep secret that you're basically building the capacity to, for example, if you're doing a secret space program, you need to platform it from, things that can't be seen.
Right. Again, they go up to heaven. That's their secret space program. They're building bunkers in heaven too. All right. Let me see. Let me see if I can find an article. I remember I came across an article years ago that they were building bunkers. Bunkers in space. Is this it? No, bunkers in space. Yeah, but they do have bunkers in space too. Bunkers in space station. Let's see. I guess I gotta find it. But I came across an article where they had bunkers in space too. They were building a bunker in space, a doomsday bunker in space. But it's all right, okay. But anyway, that's one of their secret programs. Okay. Also, they're putting nukes in space so they could attempt to and try and attempt to attack the Lord when He returns with the angels. Okay, and that's going to fail miserably.
But I think if you're worried about a near extinction event, that's.
So I know nothing about this other than my only window into it. I knew a contractor who worked on one in Washington, in the city of Washington, D.C. Right. And I remember him telling me about a power.
Oh, by the way, this is the same Tucker Carlson that spoke to the apostles and elders in New York. Okay, you can find that video too. All right, just throw that out there.
Box, like a transformer box on Constitution Avenue, that he told me, because he worked on it personally, was actually the exit, the egress from the White House. That was kind of by vehicle. I thought that was, I was like, really? He goes, oh yeah, no, I installed it, I know. And I thought, well, that's kind of crazy that in the middle of this big city where I lived in, I was on Constitution Avenue every day, that you could build something like that without me knowing it. Under the VP's house at the Naval Observatory, same thing. I think most people know that. Next to my brother's house on Macomb Street in DC. But that's, I always thought that was like preparation for nuclear war. Like, I didn't really think about it that much. Some of it
is, it's preparation for catastrophe.
That's it. I mean, that's enough. It's preparation for nuclear war. That's what it is. Okay? All right? But it's still not going to stop the Lord from judging. Okay? This place, once again, let's go back up. The Lord said that it will not be inhabited. All right? All right? Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 13. Because of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited. Okay, let's go to the word inhabited. Inhabited. It's yashab, which means to dwell, right? No one will be dwelling in America, okay? To remain, to abide, right? No one will be abiding here. This place is going to be, what's it called? This place is going to be totally destroyed, desolate. It will not be inhabited, and nobody walking here. It'll just be desert creatures, as it says in Isaiah chapter 13. Right? You could start at the 17th verse on down. So, let's keep going. But it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at her plagues. Right? Plagues. Okay? The nuclear destruction is a plague, man. The chariots shooting their laser beams on America is a plague. Okay? So, yeah. So, low one is less identifying. Hey, man, at the end of that, I came across this article. All right? This is where the money went to these bunkers. This is why, the debt will never be paid down. And that's why a lot of people are about to catch hell. When you still got idiots still thinking that a politician, the government don't like you. Like, the government doesn't like you. They've been lying. But, what do you, these people here in America are sheep. They're idiots. Okay? So, Lord willing, less is edifying. I want to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Wakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep it there. Keep the faith. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. Keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostle elders. As you can see, we're almost out of here. It's getting close. We're just waiting for that mark of the beast RFID chip. To the fuses that are watching, keep studying when you pray, but you cover Shalom.